Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with our buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods here on this Taco Tuesday. That's right, it is Taco Tuesday. And I hope all your taco dreams come true as we get on ready to face another week here. So, interesting stories, okay? Here's where it's just kind of crazy. You think about Deshaun Watson. I think he has to actually go to court and face 9 of his accusers and see about getting that settled. It'll be interesting to see if he actually gets any suspension or if they say time served for him not playing last year, as he, hopefully gets moved on to a new location to play football. And be this a learning lesson that sitting out doesn't exactly help your situation any. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, of course, we know is still having his hissy fit against the Arizona Cardinals, and we don't know how that situation will go. The funny thing is this is now NFL silly season. It's NFL silly season because we've heard all kinds of stuff. We've heard that the Carolina Panthers actually called Minnesota inquiring about Kirk Cousins, and they said, no, we're going to roll with Kirk Cousins and his $45 million cap hit right now. We're good. We're good. You, not so much with Sam Darnold. Here's where it's crazy, because as teams go through and they reach for quarterbacks, they traded, they got Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is going to cost them $18 million this year, regardless of whether he plays or not. So that was a business decision that kind of went awry, because when you think about, we got this guy, but we just don't want him. Let's see if we can get Kirk Cousins in his $45 million contract. Yeah, that'll be a winner. Desperation time. That's what it is. The crazy thing is the Colts gave up a number 1 pick as well as cash to get Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, they decided, is so bad that we'd rather take the $15 million cap hit, lose the number 1, and say bye-bye instead of trying to roll it back another year without having anybody in there to take the place. And then we go ahead and we look at, of course, Big Ben retiring from the Steelers. They're interested in maybe getting Carson Wentz. Also, the Cleveland Browns, who, they have Baker Mayfield, who is, commercial star. I don't know what's going to happen to all his commercials, but apparently they're interested in Carson Wentz too. That's how crazy it is that Carson Wentz, who has left a wake of dead money behind, is still a commodity that people want. And that doesn't even put into the equation Jimmy G, what's going to go on with him. Guaranteed Jimmy G is going to be hot. But not wanting to be left out, because that's the way Aaron Rodgers is. Aaron Rodgers wants to make sure he's part of the conversation. I bet he took drama in school. I bet you he did. Because last night, he left this Instagram post with, on his Instagram, gratitude is the wine for the soul. Go get drunk. So he went on, and you can see this. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit more here. Broke-ass media. Thanks for letting me chase after you. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the wrong person. Monday night gratitude for some of the incredible, special people in my life, with some pictures from the last beautiful year. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It looks like he should be in a cabin someplace, in front of a fire, just warm and cozy. Doesn't make it warm and fuzzy. Oh, I don't know who those people are, but okay. Oh, that's Randall Cobb right there beside. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, some more people. Oh, yeah. Roger, you can see Cobb is truly his best friend for life there. Look. Oh, man, yay. Is he doing the hang loose, or is he trying to make him look like he has horns? Is he trying to make him look like he has horns? Okay. Oh boy, yeah. Oh boy, look at with Adams. Oh man, Oh, with the line. Oh boy, he definitely loves Randall Cobb. Okay, so he left that grateful for a great year, which of course is leading to speculation to what he's going to do. Here's where the whole thing is kind of like it's crazy. Because reportedly he's building a house in Tennessee, where speculation is that he would be replacing Ryan Tannehill. The Titans said, no, bro, we're good. Well, no, we're not interested in Aaron Rodgers. But, of course, what are you going to say? You can't say, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, come on, because he's under contract with Green Bay. So that would be tampering, in which case you may have to give up a draft pick. So, of course, they're going to say we're not interested. So we have that dynamic. Of course, his offensive coordinator was hired as a head coach in Denver. So you look at that and say, maybe Denver might make a play for Aaron Rodgers. Now, the Green Bay Packers have realized there's no love for Jordan Love, that they truly believe that we wasted a pick and should have listened to Aaron Rodgers about this and not have brought him in because he ain't the guy. And they have now said, we are all in on Aaron Rodgers. We're all in on Aaron Rodgers. And here's where it's crazy, because right now he's a $46 million cap hit for this year. But they said they're ready to push all the chips in and do whatever it takes to keep Aaron Rodgers. So you never let them to know that you're desperate. You never want to, because Aaron Rodgers, when you guys were, kind of like, we want to get rid of you, Aaron Rodgers had power over you guys. Now, he knows y'all are all on his jock, begging him to stay there, to be there. So they go out and they get his former quarterback coach to come there. And Aaron's kind of playing this, yeah, thanks for the great year. Thanks for the great year, and says things like, everything's on the table. Everything is on the table. Could it be jeopardy? It could be. Could it be staying with the Green Bay Packers? Could be. It could be I'm retiring. It could be. It could be I'm just tired of being in the cold and, I'd like to go somewhere else. All things are on the table. And see, this is what Aaron Rodgers likes. He likes the drama. Aaron Rodgers, maybe I'll retire. But thanks for the memories. And see, you don't usually do something like that unless you're saying bye-bye. How do I say goodbye to what we had? All the good times that made us laugh, I want them back. Yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers, the drama queen. So it's funny that as all these teams, that the Cleveland Browns with the Baker Mayfield that say he's not the guy, we need to replace him with the Carson Wentz. The Colts that went all in for Carson Wentz realize he's not the guy and we don't know what we're going to do. The Washington team that's, of course, trying to be linked to Carson Wentz and to, of course, Russell Wilson. The Carolina Panthers that are making calls about Kirk Cousins. Teams that are wondering, what about Deshaun Watson? Can we get him? Other teams that look at Jimmy Garoppolo and say, he might be the hottest commodity at quarterback. And then those that think, forget these veteran quarterbacks, we're going to draft somebody. And they look at the draft and say, meh. And here we have Cowboy fans that say, Dak Prescott, trash quarterback. Just get rid of him. Just replace him. I'll take anybody over Dak Prescott. Kind of crazy. All right, so let's go and listen to my buddy Rich Eisen. I've become a big Rich Eisen fan. Rich Eisen is the most watchable podcast out there and show. He should have a regular network show as opposed to some of these other jackasses out there. But he's talking about the turmoil or talent in Dallas.
McCarthy shooting himself in his foot. if he said, Dan, I am so uncomfortable with you being here that I've got to go find another defensive coordinator. So, yeah, take another job because I'd rather start from scratch with somebody else, with a guy who you coached to a unanimous Defensive Rookie of the Year award. Yeah. I'd rather start with somebody else who's helped unlock Diggs in a manner that Mike Nolan sure had a little bit trouble doing. Yeah, you know what? I want to go back to that first year where unnamed sources were telling Jane Slater that everything's going on around here defensively that's real screwy. Mm-hmm. I want to go back to that. I want to try, I want to try my hand at that. So, yeah, you need to go down the road for my own self-preservation because guess what that would have led to? A lack of his own self-preservation. I think that's a smart move by McCarthy to say, we're cool, you and I are cool as long as we know that. And I would just love to have been a fly on the wall. What those personal words that Jerry Jones said to him on the situation. Dude. What do you think those were?
I mean, I think Jerry has made it perfectly clear the only thing he cares about now is winning a Super Bowl, finally getting another ring. And so I imagine it was some sort of conversation to the effect of, do whatever it takes to win me another GD Super Bowl.
Right.
GD.
And that's it.
Correct. Or he was saying something along the lines of this.
I don't have the patience to jack with you today.
Get your damn act together.
No, this is what's best for the Dallas Cowboys that I'm saying this sort of thing, and this is what happens when the coaches are here. I don't know. We're totally guessing, but I don't blame McCarthy. Wouldn't you go? Wouldn't you come to me if I was talking about your position like this?
Especially
on our new RichEisenshow.com website?
Right.
Honestly, like if somebody from NFL Network was saying, Rich knows he's not going to be the host of NFL Network forever, so of course we're going to hire all those people that, can host and do his job because they're looking at his chair, which I think is great because they are worthy of his chair. Right. But Rich knows, honestly, I'd walk right in the office and say, you got a problem with the job that I'm doing? Why don't you come to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be But that's
of course, though, with seconds to go on Super Sunday, we scored on NFL Game Day morning. You know what I'm saying?
Did you spike it?
Sorry, TJ.
Spike it in the end zone? Oof.
But I definitely think that this is just stirring the pot for a 2022 season that is going to be lit for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I think that they are ready to win again, right? CeeDee Lamb's not going to suddenly get worse. He's going to get better. I don't know what's going to happen with Zeke, of the diminishing return. I would love for you guys to ask Marshall when he's here with Susie tomorrow about Zeke. Because Marshall and him...
I'll tell you, right?
Yeah. Correct.
I mean,
because Tony Pollard, to me, is just a dynamic player who can hit home runs from anywhere on the field. And Dak, one would think, is only going to get better again. I mean, this is year 6 for him, right?
For Dak?
Yeah. He's consistent.
Class of 2016, so yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's still a puppy. So defensively, and then they're going to draft him. Could you imagine if they hit on another player or two in the draft? They got to hit. They got to hit up front and protect Dak. Isn't that crazy?
Well, they've done really well in the draft in the last.
I know.
5,
yeah, that's what people tend to overlook. I mean, when T.J. Watt was killing it, everyone tried to point out the fact that Dallas passed up on drafting him for Taco Charlton. But aside from that, their record or draft picks have been really pretty spot on.
But there's no question. There's no question that if Dallas does not hit it, and this coming year and doesn't put Jerry Jones at least in the NFC Championship game for the right to get to Arizona next year, then there'll be a change. I think that's for sure.
Yeah.
And whether it's Dan Quinn or whatever Sean Payton wants to do, because he's lurking out there, and that's why he's talking to Jerry Jones about Sean Payton.
This takes a nice chunk out of the pie.
It's going to be a wild wild campaign as usual. And Jerry Jones likes it that way. I think he kind of digs it.
Yeah.
And that's part and parcel of having that gig. You know?
But the Cowboys still have to figure out the Cooper situation. They got to figure out what to do with Lawrence. They got to figure out what to do with Randy Gregory. I mean, this could turn not so great.
Yeah,
you know what?
Contractually,
you know what, man? Amari
south,
Cooper, where was he towards the end of that season? And he was even saying, you know, what gives? You know, like I'm raising my hand to catch the football.
Well, you can't
which is nuts. So
it's not like a lack of talent or a lack of effort on his part. He wasn't getting the ball. So you said, where was he?
Yeah,
he was there. He just.
Cowboys are $21 million over the cap for next year,
yes.
So we're going to see some.
If Washington does not take a big swing at quarterback, and they're now looking at a future of Heineke versus tier 2 veteran,
what's Fitzmagic doing,
or rookie, then this is Dallas's division. Because the Giants, even though I do think Brian Daboll can bring something to the table that nobody else has in the last several years they're not going to turn around and suddenly battle for the division. Well, I guess they can. I don't expect them to. And then I don't know what the Eagles are. This is still Dallas's division. Hey, you watched all the way to the end.
All right,
Thanks
so it's still Dallas's division. Do you believe that? Well, the good thing you can say is Dak Prescott, in his time of being quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, they've owned the NFC East. And more than likely they should, but of course they're facing an uphill battle because nobody's repeated. One more thing on the Aaron Rodgers situation. Looking at the Twitter while we were listening to Rich Eisen, I didn't realize that one of these pictures, let me see if I can pull this up here. One of these pictures is actually, somebody's interpreting it a little bit differently than what I did. Let's see if I can. Whoop, wrong one. Okay. So what you'll notice is, of course, Aaron Rodgers always in between his guys there, right? On that picture? Okay, let's go back to another one of them. Okay, here we go. Aaron Rodgers in the middle of those guys, right? There you go. Aaron Rodgers in the middle of them. But funny how he has one picture without him there. Interesting. We also had him on a picture on the tarmac there where he's kind of like hanging loose. So who knows with Aaron Rodgers, but he's got exactly what he wants, the drama. And speaking of drama, I'm going to go take care of some right now. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I had some plans changed. I thought I was going to be on the road this morning. I'm going to flip that over to tomorrow. So the great news is Ernest Ellsbury, I'm going to have your cutting board is going to be ready today. Jacqueline Gnomes, yours is going to be in the mail today. Alexander Negron, yours is going to be in the mail today, as well as the person who got the AT&T Stadium. I can't remember who that was. That's going to be in the mail. The mail today as well. And so with that being said, you know how we roll.
Our coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is